Hey everyone, it's Sarge. I wanted to kind of give you all an update on what's going on with me. Sorry, I look rough. I feel rough. Um, it's been 5 days now since I found out that there is cancer in my brain. I'm not referring to it as brain cancer because if I'm correct, the chances, it hasn't been biopsied, but the chances that this is brain cancer, I would imagine, are not nearly as good as they are that this is metastatic disease from my colon cancer, which is already in my lungs and now has spread further. I don't even know how to begin describing these 5 days. It's been awful. It's been mentally and emotionally just off the charts. I thought that this diagnosis was going to be easier to deal with. Not easy, but easier simply because I've already gone through the diagnosis of cancer once. I've been on this journey for the past few years, so but that's not been the case at all. I am continuing to have the headaches. I've only had one since finding out what it was that brought me to tears. But I have been taking the Dilaudid, and just, was it yesterday, I think? Because of how much of the Dilaudid I was needing to stop these headaches, I've now been prescribed the fentanyl patches. And I have one of those on my arm right now. I'm still having to take the Dilaudid in addition to the pharmacist told me that the fentanyl patch, it might take a couple days to get into my system and really start working. So I'm hoping that's the case and that here soon I'll just need the fentanyl patch and I won't have the headaches. I've also been experiencing little things with my vision, like things in a certain area will go blurry or wavy. So I've been dealing with that. There's, of course, the risk of seizures because of where the cancer is. Luckily, I haven't experienced anything like that. I have completely lost all appetite. I mean, everything. Right down to the English chocolates, which, don't worry, they will eventually get eaten because this will pass. But yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere, and I'm just not eating. Mrs. Sarge had me start drinking the Ensure shakes to get some kind of nutrients. So they don't taste too bad, so that's all right. But she was looking around online today, and it said something along the lines of your pituitary gland, what it does, and if there's a mass nearby, a tumor nearby, it's going to affect that. And one of the things was it deals with the nervous system the involuntary part of the nervous system, I'm not a medical professional. I'm just sharing with you what I know. My mind is not right now. It's kind of all over the place. I'm confused about a lot of stuff. But hunger was one of those things, and thirst, which I'm still drinking a lot. It's been wild. I think that's all the physical. I just feel off, I guess, and I don't know how much of that is what's going on with the cancer and how much of that is mentally me trying to deal with what's going on. It's a roller coaster, I'll tell you what. I feel like this is a first diagnosis almost, because I'm having to relearn how to deal with all this. I will have an appointment soon with radiation. The first appointment is about 90 minutes, and I'm guessing here because I had to go through it before. The first long appointment is usually where they get you lined up in the machine, right? So that, they take measurements and all this other stuff, so they know that you're in the machine in the correct place every time you go in for radiation. Last time with my colon, it was they made a cast for me to lay in to keep me in position, which I've been told they do something like that with your head. So I'm a little bit nervous about that because I don't like being restricted. And then the tattoos that I had to get, the little pinpoint tattoos to make sure you're lined up. I'm assuming I'll have those again. I don't really know. I know my mother had a couple on her neck, so I'm expecting that. And that will be the first appointment. And then we will go into the sessions of radiation. This first appointment, I'm thinking, is when I'll find out how many sessions we're going to do and when I should expect to see the hair loss and whatever other side effects. Someone had asked or made the comment, have I outweighed the good that it can do versus the harm that it can do? There's no doubt in my mind that I want to do the radiation because I can't live with the pain of these headaches and knowing that it can cause a seizure at any time and knowing that it can change my vision at any time. Remember I had told y'all before, not too long ago, there were 2 incidences where I hit something with my car. No one got hurt. No damage was done. I was pulling up in front of my house slowly behind another car, another one of our cars, and I tapped it. And then when I pulled up in front of the post office, I hit the curb. And now I can't help but wonder, is my perception off somehow? I'm already not driving. Mrs. Sarge doesn't feel comfortable with me driving, and I can't blame her for that. Again, the seizures, not knowing if that's going to happen or not. And then the fact that I had these little 2 incidents. She's scared that something could happen to me or someone else while I'm driving, and I can't argue. So I will only be driving if necessary at this point. The only thing that I have seen improve is the shortness of breath. I still have it, but when the doctor prescribed me the Dilaudid, she said that can help with the shortness of breath, and she explained it to me, and I honestly don't remember to be able to explain it to y'all, but I have noticed that it's not nearly as bad as it was. So that's good. I've just been hanging out at the house. Mrs. Arge had some time off work. She's been off for a couple weeks and just went back tonight. And it's been really nice to have her home through all this. It's nice to have her home, period. But the fact that she could be here for this, she's more of a help than she'll ever know. You know, I've tried to talk about some of my feelings, and I'm just not that good. I find it easier to look at this camera and do that, if that makes any sense. It's not that I'm trying to hide anything from her. She watches these videos. I find it easier. I don't know what the future holds at this point. I do know what I want it to consist of, and I just have to figure out how to do that. You know, I want, once the radiation is done, I want to be able to just take her on one of the weekends that she's off of work and go somewhere we've never been. You know, go to places we've never been, go do things we've both always wanted to do. It's not feasible to go and do all those things. You know, we've got the regular bills that everybody has, and then, and my current balance with the hospital is no good. So I'm trying to come up with ideas or ways or a plan to be able to have some income that I can do that with and have those memories with her. I don't think that I realize the situation is as serious as it is. I don't think I've let myself accept that yet or understood it at all. It was kind of a wake-up call for me when we went and picked up the fentanyl patches yesterday, because the first thing I thought when I saw them was, I remember my mom having to use these. She had multiple myeloma and has since passed away, but that kind of scared me because I remembered how hard everything was on my mom. I remember how sick she was. And the fact that I'm now using the same method of pain control that she was having to use, I'm kind of like, man, what is going on? You know, is this so much more advanced than I think it is? I mean, I don't know what I'm expecting. I mean, advanced. Okay, I have stage 4 colon cancer, metastasized to my lungs, both of them, and now metastasized to my brain. Sounds pretty serious. I don't know if the reality of that has struck me yet. But anyway, that's all I kind of wanted to just catch y'all up. Been spending most of my time in bed, honestly. Either tired or I have the pain of one of the headaches, or I'm just emotionally battling through some things. This doesn't change my outlook as far as I'm going to fight. I'm going to do what I have to do. cancer is not just going to walk through the door and knock me down. That's not how this works. I'm still going to stay Sarge strong. I haven't given up any of my strength. I just have to find a way for me to work through this, if that makes sense. I'm still smiling, still laughing at my wife's corny jokes. You know, some of them are corny, babe. Anyway, I guess that's about it. I don't want to make this too long, but that's where I am. I hope that all of you are doing well. I hope y'all are having a good day. I have not checked, my Gmail in a couple of days. I don't think I've looked at Instagram. And the comments on the last video I did, I have read through some of them, and I will finish doing so. You all stay on my mind. Think about you all the time and how much love and support you've given me. And one thing is for sure, the strength that I have going through this is something that I would not have if it weren't for my family and all of you. And I can never thank you for that enough. So that's going to be it for now. The first meeting with radiation, I believe, is going to be early next week. I think I need to double check that, but I will keep y'all updated on the radiation if any plans change. Yeah. Also, someone had commented, and now I can't find it, commented in my last video about being able to find my address. It's on if you're watching this one, it's on the banner to my channel. So, remember what I say, stay Sarge strong, and I will talk to y'all again later. Peace.